Hey everyone. So we've got some pretty wild news swirling around about Queen Bey that you've just got to hear. Word on the street is Beyonce might not be the flawless icon we all thought she was. Rumor has it she's been playing the field, even though she's supposedly happily married to Jay-Z. And get this, some are even whispering that their whole marriage is just one big business arrangement. Stick around as we dive deep into the gossip and find out who these mystery men could be. First, let's talk about Jay-Z and Bey and how they first crossed paths. She was only 18 and at the 2000 MTV Spring Break Music Festival. Imagine this, they're just chilling next to each other on a plane. Jay-Z even gave a shout out to this moment in his track From Everything Is Love, where he's all like, "We played it cool at the pool of the Cancun VMA. Fate had me sitting next to you on the plane, and I knew straight away." Sounds like it might have been a bit of love at first sight, right? But hold up, they kept their relationship hush-hush for a solid 4 years until they went public at the MTV Video Music Awards. Maybe they were waiting for Bey to get a little older before going public, considering Jay-Z is 12 years her senior. That age gap, especially since she was just 18 when they met, definitely raises some eyebrows. Not just about age, but also about the power dynamics from the start, with Bey already a star and Jay-Z being a major industry player. Fast forward 4 years of keeping it on the down low, and in 2008, boom, they hit us with a secret wedding. We didn't even catch wind of an engagement before they tied the knot. While we all love a good love story, this one's had its share of drama. You might have caught wind of this, but yeah, Jay-Z hasn't always been the loyal type. Both have been open about his cheating, which is a bummer.
What is it about this marriage that's so special that you would fight this hard to save it?
Well, it's my soulmate. It's the person I love, you know. And you can be in love with someone. You can love someone and and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications, period. And if you can either address it or you can pretend until it blows up at some point. And you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, you know, to break that cycle. For Black men and women, you know, just to see a different outcome. Like you were saying, it's not this celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
That's beautiful.
Like real people.
Yeah. What advice would you have for men who have caused pain in marriages? I mean, it's easy. I mean, somebody like you.
The best apology is change behavior, right? But change behavior, one, and then also you have to acknowledge. You have to acknowledge the pain. You have to let that person have their say.
And here's a heartbreaker for you. Just before their wedding, Jay was in Miami for a shoot and supposedly met this rising rapper, Olivia McFaller.
You know what? I was gonna respect you, but since you crossed over into my lane, it's time to check you. Your man, he likes model chicks. He likes all naturally flawless model chicks like me.
So here's the scoop from Olivia. She was just hanging out with her sister on set when Jay-Z decides to slide up next to her. They chatted for a bit, then he took off. But the drama doesn't stop there. One of Jay's bodyguards later comes over to Olivia, saying Jay wanted her digits. Smooth, huh? Olivia wasn't feeling it, though. She thought it was kind of childish, and out of respect for Beyonce, she said no to swapping numbers. But that's not the end of it. They ran into each other again at a spot called New in Miami. Olivia was with her crew, and Jay was hanging with his buddies, including Beyonce's sister Solange. Get this, Olivia says they both snuck off from their groups and ended up exchanging numbers in a private corridor. And just as they did, Solange walks by and nearly catches the whole exchange. Olivia thought she was about to catch hands from Solange right then and there, because let's face it, Solange doesn't play when it comes to Bey. We've all heard about Solange's protective vibes, right? Like that time on the elevator? Well, when Solange saw them, Jay panicked and had Olivia hurry up and get his number from his bodyguard, some guy named Norman. He even had a special phone just for these kinds of secret chats. Solange being there was enough for Olivia to steer clear of Jay after that. And Beyonce? She didn't just sit back quietly. She dropped some serious hints in her track Resentment. She sings about feeling sidelined after sticking by Jay for 6 years, wondering why she deserved to be treated that way. Sounds like Bey was putting her feelings right out there in her music. I know she was attracted, but I was here first. Been riding with you for 6 years. Why did I deserve to be treated this way by you? I know you're probably thinking, what's up with B? I used to be so strong, but now you took my soul. But you know what? Despite all the buzz, nothing much came from that whole scandal. Olivia tried to ride the wave by releasing a track called Sorry Mrs. Carter, where she throws shade with lines like, your man, he likes model chicks. He likes all naturally flawless model chicks like me. Talk about stirring the pot. As for Olivia's rap game, it didn't exactly blow up, and she pretty much disappeared from the scene. Then 2012 rolled around, and Beyonce and Jay-Z welcomed Blue Ivy into the world. Fast forward to 2014, and bam, major drama alert with that wild elevator fight between Solange and Jay-Z. Everyone saw the footage of Solange losing it on Jay, kicking and swinging at him while Beyonce had to step in and play peacekeeper. That incident went from 0 to 100 real fast, and it definitely made everyone wonder what was up behind the scenes. 10 days later, the trio tried to smooth things over with a joint statement about the elevator showdown. But let's be honest, that kind of family drama, next level. By 2016, all the Beyonce fans were already sensing trouble after that elevator incident. Then Beyonce drops Lemonade, and boy did it shake things up. Songs like Hold Up and Sorry seemed to point fingers at Jay-Z for possibly stepping out. Lines like, he only wants me when I'm not there, and he better call Becky with the good hair, had the Bey Hive buzzing, trying to crack the code on who Becky could be. Turns out, Becky might just be a stand-in name for any woman Jay might have wandered off with. The rumors about Beyonce and Jay-Z's rocky marriage had been floating around since 2014, and by 2015 and 2016, they were stronger than ever. Then Lemonade hit, and it was like shining a spotlight on all the cracks. Enter Rachel Roy, the ex-wife of Jay-Z's former pal Damon Dash. She started posting cryptic stuff on Instagram that had everyone thinking she was throwing shade at Beyonce. She said, good hair don't care, but we will take good lighting for selfies or self-truth. And just like that, all eyes were on Rachel Roy, tagged as the notorious Becky. Beyonce's fans swarmed her socials with bee and lemon emojis. Trust me, you do not want to be on the Bey Hive's bad side. Rachel was feeling the sting, big time, like she wandered into a lion's den. Meanwhile, Beyonce was close to calling it quits with Jay-Z when she got wind of his affair, but they managed to patch things up. But wait, there's more. Enter Uncle Ron, a former bodyguard who's now spilling the tea on TikTok with some juicy claims about the couple. Uncle Ron, who's guarded a bunch of big names and been pictured with Beyonce, is stirring up drama. He's out there claiming that Jay-Z and Beyonce plotted to tank R&B singer Carrie Hilson's career after she threw some shade at Bey. And that's not all. He's dropping even bigger gossip that Jay-Z has been pulling the strings in their relationship, making it seem more like a business arrangement than a love story.
But you have to remember one thing. I know your deepest secrets. I know so much about you and what you've done. I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career.
But here's the twist. It's not just Uncle Ron saying Beyonce might be playing the game. The always controversial Jaguar Wright has thrown her 2 cents in, accusing Jay-Z of keeping Beyonce under the influence. And since Jay-Z's never been shy about his manipulative side, these claims could turn out to be less shocking and more, I told you so. And just when you thought the saga around Beyonce and Jay-Z couldn't get any more heated, the plot thickens with new twists popping up from all over. While some folks hint at Beyonce not being the pristine idol we all thought, with layers and secrets hidden under that perfect image, others are digging into more contentious claims. There are whispers about power moves and manipulations marking Beyonce's rise, suggesting she's not above trading favors with the big guns in the music biz. These tales, along with Uncle Ron's stories about Jay-Z's domineering ways, sketch a complex, sometimes murky picture of what goes on behind their polished public fronts. But wait a sec, because we got receipts hinting that Beyonce might not be as squeaky clean as we all thought. He's dropping hints that there's a darker side to her, like maybe her perfect image is just a front for some shady dealings. And the shocker he's hinting at? He's claiming Beyoncé's been playing the game, trading favors with big names to climb that ladder. Kind of wild to think about, right? Who would have guessed Beyoncé could be caught up in something like that? But hold on, don't just dismiss it. There's been quiet talk for a while about her getting a bit too close to different guys behind the scenes. So, we're diving headfirst into the mystery of how Queen Bey might have gotten wrapped up in all this. You know the rumor mill is always spinning. Apparently, before Beyoncé settled down with Jay-Z, she was testing the waters, if you know what I mean. But here's where it heats up. Even while she was with Jay, rumors suggest she kept playing the field. It sounds like Bey might have had a secret lineup of good hair guys on the side. Beyoncé's always had major clout in the industry, but the chatter is that back in the day, she might have been cozying up to these guys to boost her position, like aiming for power couple status, but playing solo to get there. And here's the kicker. Not only was she supposedly strategizing her moves, but she also allegedly left these guys in the dust, all while painting herself as the wronged party. Meanwhile, Beyoncé and Jay-Z keep on thriving. So let's see who these mystery men might be.
I'll still be here for you. Let me cater to you, 'cause you're beautiful. I love the way you are. Fulfill your every desire. Your wish is my command. I wanna cater to my man, your house. So pure, your love shines through. The darkness will get through. So much of me is free. I wanna cater to my man. Let me cater to you. This is your thing. For you, baby. Will you blow me away? I'm the kind of...
All right, let's dive into some juicy gossip. So first on the list, we've got Terrence Howard, the guy from Empire. Rumor has it he was more than just a co-star to Beyoncé back in the day. Even before Bey became the solo queen we know today, she was already turning heads with Destiny's Child, that killer girl group she started with. Now there's this old story about Terrence that still gets the fans talking. Picture this, it's 2004, and there's a YouTube clip where Terrence is just totally awestruck by Beyoncé's aura. It's an oldie but a goodie, and people still comment on it. Flashback to 2005, Destiny's Child is killing it at the BT Awards with their song, Cater to You, looking stunning in gorgeous dresses. And who does Beyoncé choose to serenade? Terrence Howard, right there next to her folks. He starts off all smiles, but by the end, he looks like he's been spellbound. This little episode had everyone whispering about a possible fling, but it seemed to cool off just as fast as it heated up. And here's where it gets interesting. Terrence was hitting his stride back then, snagging an Oscar nod for Crash, and about to break big in Hollywood. But then 2008 rolls around, and though he steps into the Marvel universe with Iron Man, things start to slide for him. Fast forward to 2010, and suddenly Don Cheadle replaces him in Iron Man 2. The buzz was that Terrence faced a huge pay cut for the sequel, like they wanted to slash his paycheck by up to 80%. Talk about a tough break. Was it his decision, or was there more drama behind the scenes? That's still up in the air. There were whispers that Terrence was tough to work with, maybe even a bit of a hothead on set, according to some tea from Entertainment Weekly. But Terrence wasn't the only name linked with Beyoncé. The rumor mill was churning out stories about her and other high-profile guys too. Yep, Sean Paul's name popped up in the rumor mill too, especially after those whispers about him and Queen Bey maybe being more than just musical partners. But just like with Terrence Howard, it looked like once Beyoncé got what she needed from the collab, she moved on, leaving Sean Paul in the background while she and Jay-Z kept shining. Things even seemed to cool off between them after they ended up filming their Baby Boy music video separately. But wait, Sean Paul himself came forward to clear the air. In an interview with the Daily Beast, he dished on some of his coolest collabs. First off, he gushed about working with Busta Rhymes, because who wouldn't? He felt like working with Busta on tracks like Give Me the Light and Make It Clap really took his game up a notch. And then there's Rihanna, who he clicked with over their shared Jamaican vibes during a tour. When the conversation turned to Beyoncé, Sean kept it straight. He said they weren't exactly buddy-buddy, but he couldn't deny his respect for her talent, and of course, her looks were a bonus. So when Bey reached out to him for a collab, he was totally on board, expecting something smooth and R&B, but ended up with a dancehall hit instead. Despite the track blowing up, Sean revealed a little disappointment about only getting to perform it live with Beyoncé a handful of times, which kind of left him feeling left out.
First #1, huh?
Yeah, so I've had 4 on the Billboard charts now, and that was just an amazing thing for me. You know, what was very special about songs like this is that she's a great established artist, and it was her first solo album, but she came to me, and the track's actually dancehall music. A lot of times I do step outs, I'm on other people's tracks, but this was showing, especially me, and proving to my own self that my culture, dancehall and reggae music is such a strong thing, and that big acts like Beyonce would come to.
While Sean Paul was reflecting on his performances, he shared some insights that really made him think. After just 3 gigs with Beyoncé, some of his longtime crew turned into superfans, which kind of blew his mind. He reminisced about one of those times at Reggae Sumfest during the 2003 Rock the Mic tour. Beyoncé wasn't on the tour full-time, but would drop in on select dates to perform, usually teaming up with Jay-Z for Crazy in Love. But things got weird during what was supposed to be Sean's second performance with Beyoncé. He was in LA when he got the call to join her for Baby Boy. He rushed over, the crowd was pumped, but then something was off. Despite giving his all, the vibe wasn't right. He realized his mic had been messed with backstage. His crew was pissed because they couldn't hear him at all. At first, Sean thought it was just a glitch, but after it happened again, he sensed something dodgy was up. Then there was another scheduled performance with Beyoncé in Scotland for an MTV event. They rehearsed. Everything seemed fine. The plan was for Sean to make a dramatic entrance from beneath the stage, right into a big setup with fire all around. It was meant to be epic. But when it was his turn to drop his verse, the track messed up, looping over and over. That's when Sean realized someone was definitely trying to dim his spotlight. Amid all this, Beyoncé pulled him aside to address the swirling dating rumors that were tarnishing her image. Sean was like, "Hold up, I knew Jay way before any of this. Maybe he and I should talk." But Beyoncé's team shut that down real quick and made it clear they were done working with him. And then there was the VMAs mess. Beyoncé told Sean to get ready for their performance. But the day before the show, he heard someone else rehearsing Baby Boy. Turns out, Beyoncé was going to perform it solo. Sean had to sit through the VMAs, fielding awkward questions about why he wasn't on stage, which was not only embarrassing but downright humiliating. Eventually, Sean realized that serious sabotage was going on, so he decided to cut his losses and leave the whole Bey drama behind him. He was always loyal to his wife, and they share 2 wonderful kids together. But hold on, because there's a whole lineup of guys linked to Beyoncé, not just Sean and Terrence. Back in the day when Destiny's Child was all the rage, they often crossed paths with NSYNC at those big-time entertainment shindigs. The gossip mills churned out rumors that Beyoncé and Justin Timberlake may have had their moments together at one of those glitzy parties. But wait, there's even more tea. Remember the 2000 MTV VMA Awards? Beyoncé and Cisco turned heads by showing up in matching outfits, which really got the rumor mill spinning about how close they might have been. They seemed pretty tight, leaving everyone wondering just how deep their connection went. Then there's Marks Houston. They've known each other since their teen days, way before the fame hit. There were whispers they might have been more than just friends, especially since Marky recognized Beyoncé's star potential early and wanted to collaborate. But he insists they were just pals, though we may never know the full story. And we can't forget Pharrell Williams. It looked like there was something between them for a while. Beyoncé definitely had her share of admirers. But here's a twist. Some speculate that it wasn't all Beyoncé's doing. Maybe Jay-Z's influence was more significant than we thought. They've been together for a long time, after all. Some suggest his control started when she was quite young, possibly leading her to explore relationships with other guys. And there's chatter about him being quite controlling in general. Could Jay-Z be the mastermind behind all the drama? And there you have it, folks. The Beyoncé-Jay-Z saga just keeps getting juicier by the minute. With rumors flying left and right and viral clips surfacing, it's hard to know what's really going on behind the scenes. But one thing's for sure, The drama ain't dying down anytime soon. So buckle up and stay tuned for the next episode of the Carter's Wild Ride. You never know what's gonna happen next in Hollywood, right? Keep those popcorns ready, your gossip radar on high alert, and don't forget to keep it RIZZLE.